Hey there, Coach Devin here. We are talking about your butt, your ass, your glutes. That's what we're talking about, the top 3 exercises that I have found help people build the butt they want. Before we get going, down in the description, I have another great top 3 video. It is about top 3 ways to get healthy and fit. It's got some simple ways for you to get more fit and fight out of that coronavirus blues, extra weight gain, all that stuff, how to get back on the horse. It is down in the description. Go check it out when you get a chance and you're done this video. Okay, everybody wants a better butt. I mean, maybe that's just me and it's going from Instagram and Facebook, but people post pictures of their butt, their glutes, their ass all the time. It is consistent. It is ongoing. In fact, it seems like if you're in fitness, that's all you're talking about nowadays. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the whole, let's just work butt all day long. I don't think that's smart. All that happens with that is you put yourself in a position where you really will get some really bad muscle imbalances. And let's be honest, muscle imbalances, they are bad. You don't want too many muscle imbalances because if you have too many muscle imbalances, you will have injuries, you'll have problems. However, everybody does want to work butt, and these are my top 3 exercises for working your butt. Now, I know you're thinking that squat is number 1. Follow along. We'll figure out what they are. All right, number 3 for me, hill sprints. Hill sprints or running on a treadmill on incline, walking on a treadmill on incline, heavy incline. And I'm not talking a slight 2 to 3 degree incline. I'm talking as steep as that sucker will go. So if you're on a treadmill, you're driving that thing up to 15. Usually that's the highest for the incline. You want it at 15. Why do you want it at 15? That will engage your butt better than anything else. If we're talking about doing hill sprints, I am a huge fan of doing hill sprints. Been doing them my whole life, right from my background in football and basketball, running track. If you want your butt to get stronger, and really when it comes down to it, when you're a runner, you're a sprinter, especially a sprinter, you're doing a sport which has a lot of explosion, you want strong glutes. That is super important. You need them. You 100% need them. So what you need to do is really use them. So that means as high an incline as you can get. If you want to walk, that's cool by me. I don't care. If you want to sprint, all the better. You're going to drive and use those glutes even more. It's important. So find yourself a steep hill, and I'm talking just work at it. Go at it. Sprint up that hill, jog back down, sprint up that hill, jog back down. Drive out of your glutes while you do that. That's the important part, is really to force yourself. Think about your butt. One of the things about all these exercises is you want to think about using your butt while you do it. That in fitness, that's called the mind-muscle connection. That we think about what we're doing when we do it. If you're just in there and you're just walking along or jogging and your mind's on 18 other things, you won't get the same kind of work that you would get if you're concentrating on what you're doing and thinking about what you're doing. It's super important. So concentrate on what you're doing. If you're on a treadmill, and I would say if we're talking this outside, I love getting outside. It's summertime. Get outside, do some work on those things, sprint up the hill, jog back down. Do 20 minutes of that. If you're on a treadmill, crank that incline to the top and walk. Just walk. You will feel your butt in about, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes in. You'll be like, whoa, okay, I can feel that. That's what you're looking for. You want to build a butt. That is number 3 for me on the list. Hill sprints, walking on a heavy incline, whatever it is, the higher incline, the better. Bottom line, higher the incline, the happier you will be with the results from this. So if you want to build some muscle, you want to have a good butt, you want good glutes, you want a good ass, that is number 3 for me. Number 2, squats. Now, everybody's thinking squats are number 1. Everybody's always talking about squats are the greatest thing. Let's build your butt. 100%. I am an enormous believer in squats. Squats as an overall muscle working exercise, really good for you. You're doing a back squat, a goblet squat, you are going to use a lot of muscle. You got to use your quadriceps, which is your thighs. You got to use your hamstrings, back of your legs. You got to use your glutes, your butt, your ass. You have to use them. You also work core when you're doing a squat. So that is also important. It is helpful. We want more muscle fibers being forced to work than fewer. So squats, super important. If you can get off a machine and do them, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. It's okay to use a hack squat, type machine as long as you're facing into it. That is super important. Face into it. If you're doing a normal back squat or a goblet squat, just make sure you get deep. The problem often people run into is they don't get super deep on their squats. If you don't get deep on your squat, you're not going to get the work you want. Getting to the top, driving your hips forward and squeezing your ass, okay. It puts you in a position where you can get hurt. So it's not great on that side of things. And really, the muscle gets worked the most toward the bottom end of it. So get your ass down. Get down, get your thigh to parallel to the ground. That's a minimum. As long as you don't have a knee problem, do that. Get your thigh down. Get your butt down. Sit your ass down. That's where you're going to get the big bulk of the work. That's what you're looking for. Get down, get deep. You don't have to go stupid heavy. A lot of people think heavier. Okay, heavyweight, helpful, 100%. If you want to get stronger, get bigger, it's good to lift something. However, you don't need to lift 1 billion pounds. I am exhibit A for that. I don't lift super heavy. I have a big butt. Now, it's not genetic. My sister doesn't have a big butt. My parents, no big butts. My brother, not a big butt. Mine is from hard work. Bottom line, hardware. I don't have great genetics, but I've done a lot of squats in my day. I've done a lot of hill work in my day. Those two things will help you guaranteed, but get your ass down. Sit your ass down on your squat. Also, make sure you keep your feet out a little bit. You're going to plie those toes. So just a little bit like this. Let your knees fall out. Sit between your legs, not over the top of your leg. That'll take out some of the quad and force some of the hamstring and butt to do more work. So always important to let those knees fall out as you sit. Point your toes out just a little bit, plie those toes, and you will get better results. That's number 2. Now, number 1, for me, walking lunges. Now, a lot of people, not a fan of lunges. I've heard a lot of stupid things over the years. Oh, lunges will wreck your knees. No, they won't. If you have a bad knee, okay, lunges, not a good thing to do. It's going to cause you problems. But if you've got okay knees, walking lunges, and I don't mean in place, like taking a step, stepping back. No. Stepping back. Okay, those are good for your quad. I am talking moving through space. The one thing I have done consistently over the course of my exercise career, which is now, golly, I started at 14 and I am 46, so I'm a long way in. We're talking 32 years. I have been working out and I have been in fitness as a trainer since I was 20 years old, so that's 26 years of being a trainer. Bottom line, bang for your buck, lunges. If you want good glutes, you want to work your ass, you want to get a better ass, lunges, bang for your buck, that's my baby. Right there. I use always going to be my go-to because you'll get the most out of it. So how the best way to do it? Exaggerate, over-exaggeratedly long step. That's number 1. Short steps on lunges, not great. Now, I'm talking you when you get to the bottom of that lunge. So when you step into it, you want to make sure that that front knee gets at least to 90 degrees. You sit down and then you lift yourself with your butt. That's how this works. That's where you get your bang for your buck. You can use your quad. People will do it and they'll get into it and they'll be lifting with their quad. That's not the best way to do it. It just isn't. It won't get you what you're looking for. So ways to do this to really force your glutes to activate, get your butt engaged. Put your hand on your butt, poke yourself in your butt with your finger, take a step, and squeeze that ass when you stand up. It's that simple. If you start doing that, you will focus on lifting with your butt, lifting with your glutes, and really quickly you'll go, wow, okay, I can feel that now. I know how that feels. I know how it's supposed to feel, and that's where you're going to get the bang for your buck. I am a huge lunge fan. I've been doing lunges for years and years and years. Back well before people were posting pictures on it, before Instagram existed, before every woman in the world, it seems like, not every woman, obviously, but all the figure fitness training women in the world are posting pictures of themselves with their butt sticking out, talking about how to build a booty. That's what we're talking about. How do you build your booty? Bang for your buck. Lunges will do it. Walking lunges, get deep, use your butt. Once you're used to doing it and you can feel your butt, all right, then add some weights. You don't need a ton of weights. Really, this is about putting in time and work. It's like soccer players, cyclists, speed skaters. They've got big legs. You want a bigger booty? Do lunges. Guaranteed, bang for your buck, always will give you the best results. Those are my top three, guys. Inclines at number 3. So incline walking on a heavy incline, high incline will get you some results. Number 2, deep squats. Sit your ass down, get down to the bottom. You will build a butt. And number 1, always number 1, walking lunges. Bang for your buck. That's my favorite. That's what has done the best work for me and my clients over the course of 26 years being a trainer. That has been results. That's the one you're looking for the most. If you get a chance, check out down in the description down below. I have my top 3 ways of getting healthy and fit post-COVID. I know lots of you are stuck at home. These are some simple 3 ways for you to get back on the horse and get some great results. Everybody out there, have yourself an amazing day, and don't fight the awesome.